Yep. Today's wine text is the Molino di Sant'Antimo Perpaolo Cabernet Sauvignon from the 2015 vintage. So I know we did a Rosso Toscano yesterday, but this one, a little bit more special. To me, I think it's actually not necessarily the right way to call it. Much more of a bigger wine, much more of a structured wine. To me, this tastes more like a super Tuscan, a little bit more lifted, a little bit more energy. I actually snuck a taste before we did the video, so I'm actually really excited to bring it to you. So this winery, something you may be familiar with, some sales that we've done in the store. It's one of the really cool small production wineries within Tuscany. This specifically comes from a single vineyard, and it's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from the 2015 vintage, which could possibly be one of the best vintages in the last decade, if not longer, maybe 2 or 3 decades. The wines tend to be super full-bodied, really lush on the fruit, but this wine specifically spends a little bit more time in oak, which gives it a little bit more richness and a little bit more backbone. Kind of that extended wood tannin that happens in the wine, I believe will give that little bit more of the extension that it needs to really age well in the cellar. So let's give it a taste real quick. So as you can see, unlike the Rosso Toscano we did yesterday, this is much darker. 100% Cabernet, a little bit more color, a little bit more depth, and I expect it to be pretty full-bodied. On the nose, you get a lot of kind of dense red fruits, dark cherries, things like that. I think there's a lot of blackberry, a lot of raspberry, kind of just deep, ripened fruits with a lot of body. I feel a lot of energy happening on the nose, but there's also this vanilla underline, this really baking spice, a little bit of a kick on the back end that comes from the actual extended amount of time that they leave in an oak. For 100% Cabernet, this wine has a decent amount of acidity. I think that just comes specifically from being from Tuscany. A little bit of a cooler climate gives a little bit more of an acid lift. Like my mouth is still watering. But all those kind of red fruits are kind of confirmed. A lot of those plummy notes, a lot of that kind of lush fruit flavor. And again, still pretty spicy on the back end. I think this is a pretty good, well-integrated oak program that they're using here at the winery. Open it now. I don't see any problem opening it early, kind of getting it into decanter, get some air rolling into it to really open up nice. But with the acidity level being as high and the tannin structure being as tough as it is, this is a wine that could easily age another 10 years. I'd have no problem buying some now, drinking it with a hearty meal, or saving it for a little bit while to really level out and become an elegant, more feminine style wine. So really good stuff. Really tasty, getting it a crazy good value for 100% Cab from Tuscany. And like I said, even though it says Rosso Toscano on it, this drink's way more like a fuller bodied, almost like a super Tuscan style red wine. Enjoy.